right, y'all, let's talk really quick. Butter and sugar belong on grits. All right, I'm not gonna argue with you about that. We're not gonna debate. If you slide in my DMs talking trash, I will block you. Okay, I won't. But moral of the story, I said what I said, and the only exception that I have to that rule is if shrimp is involved. If I drop that bowl of shrimp, how would I feel? So we are making shrimp and grits today, and first things first, I realized I never told y'all my name. My name is Davina. I am a self-taught cook who's just sharing recipes because I love cooking. First things first is that we're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 400 degrees. Now, I know y'all think that the oven only comes to 350, but it has other ranges. Now, to my little pot here, I am going to be adding 2 cups of chicken broth. I said it before in the macaroni and cheese video. You can absolutely use water. If you use water and salt, that is completely fine. But on this channel, we are going to use chicken broth. Also to the chicken broth, I am going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. You can use whatever cream you have. I'm going to do 1 cup of polenta or oranges. The yellow grits are completely fine if that's what you have on hand. These aren't instant grits. These are going to take a little bit of time to cook, at least 30 minutes. If you're using instant grits, you could probably make them at the end because they usually take about 10 minutes. You're going to take your bacon and lay it on a sheet. I love baking bacon because I can just throw it in here while everything else is happening. Now let's get the rest of our ingredients together. These are shrimp that I got from Whole Foods, I think. I bought the largest shrimp that I could find. I hate when you go to a restaurant and you order something with shrimp in it and they give you like 3 small little shrimp and you're like, I'm a grown adult. Like, if you don't put more shrimp on this plate, I'm coming to the kitchen and throwing hands. Because, like, what am I supposed to do with this? So, I went ahead and peeled and deveined them, but I left one because I just wanted to show you the process. Now, I'm a girl from up north. I'm a military brat, but a large part of my upbringing was in Delmarva. To me, that's like seafood capital. So, like, you come out the womb, in a sense, learning how to eat shrimp and crabs. Just a thing. So, you go ahead and peel this piece back, and then I pinch right here and pull it off. Now, a lot of places, when they say that it's deveined, they're talking about the top part. But I like to turn it on the inside, and you'll also see that there is another line. Now, I don't know what this line is. It could be a vein, it could be the digestive system. I may Google it one day. I may not. I kind of probably don't want to know. So I just take a knife and I run it down, and it peels right on out. And you pull it out. Now, the bigger the shrimp, the easier it is to peel. Just keep that in mind, because I'm making this for brunch. You've got friends coming over, maybe a significant other, family. If it's your turn to host brunch, shrimp and grits is always a huge hit. Now, can we just give it up for brunch? In this season of COVID, we may or may not, depending on where you are on the subject, be going out as much as we used to. But I love brunch because brunch doesn't require too much from you. You can wake up late, sleep in, then you get to go to this restaurant. When you go, everybody's happy. If they want their sweet breakfasts like pancakes, waffles, you can get your shrimp and grits or chicken and waffles. Then it always slides into like a day party or something. So I love brunch, and any opportunity that I have to bring brunch into my house is always a win. So I'm just slicing a shallot. While everything is like coming up to a boil, it's good to just get your stuff ready. Go ahead and turn this down to a simmer. I've had grits boil over on me. It's not fun. Stir it up. The last thing you want is burnt grits to the bottom. Now, this seems like a lot of liquid for only 1 cup of grits. I promise you, these grits are gonna soak up all of this flavor. Meanwhile, we're gonna take our garlic. I love garlic. It adds so much flavor. It's like, ooh. My oven's ready, honey. Let's go ahead and slide this baby in here. Now, before shrimp and grits was this gentrified thing and became overpriced on different menus, shrimp and grits was actually a poor man's meal. It was a staple in a lot of people's families, especially if you had access to corn that got them through the week. So, to medium-high heat, I'm going to add just a little bit of oil. And to the oil, I'm just going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes because I want them to bloom in the oil. I just want a little heat. So I'm going to take my shrimp. Like I said, I'm a girl from up north. So Old Bay and shrimp are just non-negotiable, especially if you're from Maryland. I'm not adding salt, I'm not adding pepper because there's salt in the Old Bay. This was enough. Oil is coming up. Let's go ahead and add that. Keep in mind that whatever size shrimp you do end up buying, they're naturally going to shrink a little bit. What you start with may not be what you end with. As you know, shrimps literally take like 2.5 seconds to cook. Check on your bacon. Once they start getting pink on one side, we're gonna flip them. Woo! And this is the point where you want to start adjusting your grits as needed. Taste it, see if you want extra salt, see if you want to add a little pepper, if you want to add a little bit more liquid. I like my grits how I like my men, thick. Is that appropriate to say? Probably not. Mom, if you're watching this, I didn't mean it. Because I like my grits thick, I'm not going to add any more liquid to this. I'm going to grab a spoon. Try them. See if we need to adjust. Nope. All right, so I'm gonna pull the shrimp out maybe about a minute before they are done because it's also gonna cook in the sauce. You see all this flavor in this pan? We're building flavor in this pan, so we don't want this to go to waste. I'm gonna go ahead and add our shallots and garlic, and that's gonna saute. Ooh, good catch. It's looking lovely. And then I'm gonna take a teaspoon of flour. Give or take, doesn't have to be exact, just a sprinkle. That's gonna be what's gonna thicken our sauce. And we're gonna cook out that raw flour taste. That's looking good. We're gonna take our chicken broth, start the show, and maybe pour about a cup to deglaze the pan. Now, you can deglaze the pan with wine. As you can see, I have it in the back, but I kinda wanna make this a little bit more accessible. So chicken broth will be just fine. Ooh. And our bacon is done, honey. Now, don't throw this away. This is optional. This is not a part of the dish. I just want toast with my shrimp and grits. Now we have biscuits, honey. Ooh. I like to do, and it's not part of the recipe, it's just kind of sop up that bacon, that bacon fat, and slide it in the same oven. Ain't never hurt nobody. So, check on our sauce. It's looking lovely, thickening up. Ooh. That flour that you added earlier is gonna thicken this up to a beautiful consistency. At this point, my grits are done. I can go ahead and kill the heat on this, or at least put it on low. Go ahead and flavor this with a little salt and pepper to taste. Now, funny story about pepper. Visiting my parents for the holidays. Mom and I don't even think we were cooking yet. And my dad goes, well, you know I don't like black pepper. And we were like, what? Like, what do you mean you don't like black pepper? Like, we've been using black pepper for years. And he was like, I know, and I never said anything. I just don't like black pepper. And I'm like, help me understand what you mean by not liking black pepper. It's a staple. So, if you too are like my father and don't like black pepper, you don't have to add it in this dish. Dad, if you're watching this, don't add the pepper. Tablespoon of butter here. Tablespoon of butter here. I have some parm, fresh parm. I got this from Whole Foods. They sell it in blocks, and you can get whatever size you think you need. We're gonna add it in batches because we don't want our parm to like drop in here and clump together. All right, last little bit. You're gonna take some dill. This is absolutely optional. I love this because it brightens the whole caboodle up. Then some green onions. Use the whole thing, white and green pieces alike. Throw that in there. Stir that up. Ooh. Slide your shrimp in there. We're gonna take our bacon. Go ahead and crumble it up. We're gonna put it right on top. And now, we're done. Let's get a bowl so we can try our concoction. We got our grits right now. We got our shrimp. Nice big juicy piece. And then of course we got a sauce. Look at that, look at that. A little bacon right on top. We don't even cut into it unless you got a big mouth. A cute piece of toast too. All right. I can end this video. Like, I don't think words need to be said. But if you see me on the side of the road selling shrimp and grits platters, mind your business. Cause this is bomb. This is so good. It's creamy. It's cheesy. Now I know the dish is called shrimp and grits, but the star of this dish is this sauce. This sauce This is bomb. Try it. Ooh, and this bread. This toast wasn't part of the recipe, but it's definitely about to get all this gravy up. Wow. Like I could drink that. I won't. Cheap food, Nina. Cheap food. If you try this recipe, please let me know in the comments. As always, please rate, comment, subscribe, all the things. Send this to your mom and them. Send this to your mom and them. All right? Thank you so much for watching. Happy cooking.